Remember back in May, I went to the Cotswolds and lost my footage and it was a complete disaster. Well, I thought to myself, there has to be places in Ireland as cute, if not cuter than the Cotswolds. So today, I'm after finding an adorable village, a castle, and we're going to have a ramble. Is this village cuter than the Cotswolds? Let's have a little look and see. Also, I found some amazing interior inspiration. So if you love that cottage core or castle core, then I think you're going to enjoy this video. So you've heard of staycations? Well, this is a daycation because I am heading down. It's about an hour and a 40-minute drive from my house. It took me a little longer because I stopped to pee about 3 times. So we are on the road, straight all the way. And we're going to an adorable village. And I'm going to say it wrong. So I call it Glaslough, but I think people call it Glaslough. So I apologise if I get the name wrong. So here you'll find Castle Leslie. But in order to get into Castle Leslie, you have to have a booking for something. So I'm not staying over tonight, unfortunately, even though I would have loved to. So you can't just walk into the grounds. But if you make a reservation in any of the restaurants or the spa, then the gates shall open and in you go. So I decided to come down today for a spa day and then ramble around the village and show you guys what's inside. Adorable in here. I'm keeping my voice down because in case someone comes in, but how cute. Now, there's a robe. It smells amazing too. I always look so lost in a robe. They're like, one size fits all. No. Okay, let's go. So inside the Victorian treatment rooms, this spa is beautiful. Now, there is no swimming pool, but there is a hot tub and a sauna, and then there's 7 treatment rooms. So I booked myself in for a seaweed bath and a facial. So I decided to go for a facial this time. I normally love getting a massage, but because I have like a longish drive back, massages make me really sleepy. So I didn't want to get too relaxed. But then that bath, oh my God, the seaweed bath. So the seaweed bath is a Voya one. I hadn't heard of that brand, but I have noticed it's in a lot of the spas. Also, I'm filming in the spa, but there was nobody here. So I always try to film when there is nobody here and also really, really discreetly. So just a little FYI, don't film in spas when there's people. I absolutely loved the decor here. And in the bathroom that you'll see where I have my seaweed bath, that was so relaxing. So the seaweed bath was 30 minutes. The bathtub was a roll top bathtub. It just made me want one even more. I do have a bathtub at home and I rarely use it. And I remember being gifted seaweed stuff to put into the bath. But all I could think of was, I don't want to clean that up. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to have a seaweed bath here. I then had a facial, and if you are booking here for a facial, ask for Marcia. Oh my God, she gave me the best facial of my life. So when she was putting the product onto my face, she was like massaging it in. So for the whole hour I was having this facial, there was like constant massaging. So I know like when you have a facial, when the mask is like doing its thing, you'll get maybe a shoulder massage or an arm and a head massage. So that's like standard. But Marcia, like when she was putting on the exfoliator, the cleanser, she literally would massage all around my face and it was the most relaxing hour. She is really good. You can also tip on your card as well. So if you did, I didn't have cash on me and I really wanted to tip, but you can add that on when you're paying by card at the end. So after a cup of tea in the spa, it was time to go rambling. Now I do think I should have done this in reverse order. I should have went rambling and then went to the spa, but I booked this the day before. So I got a last minute treatment. So I just took like whatever available time there was. But trust me, we are going rambling and we are going to see some really pretty things now. I am sweating. I had an aunt who used to say, ladies do not sweat, they perspire. Well, I'm sweating. So our partner today for this video, and you are going to love this one, the bee case is back, but we have a new addition. So today's partner on the channel is Wild, which you would have seen before. And they have launched a roll-on deodorant. So if you remember the stick version of the deodorant, so it comes in the reusable case, but they have listened because a lot of people wanted a roll-on version. And yes, it comes in the Emma Bridgewater case, and it also, I don't know if you guys saw the Cat Kitson case, I think it launched back in May, but this also comes in the Cat Kitson case too. Just forgive my stick deodorant because I'm a stick girly and I've recently changed to the roll-on. So you have the stick version, which is like a creamy consistency. So I think I'm going to start using this at nighttime because I love the formula because it feels really like moisturizing. But for the morning time, so you've got the roll-on. So you twist off and that is the top there. But let me put that back on because I don't want to spill this everywhere. It comes with the refillable product inside. So you just lift it. I'm being very careful to do that. And then you twist it off. So that is your deodorant there. While this looks plastic, it's actually not, and it is compostable. So that's it there. There is a honey scent. I have the fresh cotton. Yeah, fresh cotton and sea salt, but you can get a honey scent to match your bee case. So you just, this will come with a lid on it, and you just stick it on, twist it, then you go like that, cloop, and it's on. And then what you do is you twist this. She's ready to go. So you can just go like that, a bit of product, and we can freshen ourselves up in front of the castle. So if anyone is over at that wedding watching me, they're like, that girl. You know what? I don't know if I rinsed off all of the seaweed juice from the seaweed bath, so I really hope I don't bump into my Mr. Darcy because he could smell me and be like, why does she smell like seaweed? The great thing about the roll-on is no white marks, dries really quickly. I know I'm airing myself now, but it dries really quickly. So in the morning, roll and go, roll and go. So the formula itself is aluminium free, so there's no aluminium salt in it. It's great if you have sensitive skin too. It's also paraben free, and it's vegan and cruelty free, and it has the Leaping Bunny certificate. Also, you have your reusable case. So these can become a bit addictive to collect. Kind of want the Cat Kitson one. I have the Emma Bridgewater stick ones. There's the star and the love heart one as well. But I think I need the Cat Kitson one. Now, as always, I have a discount. So if you want to treat yourself to one of the cases, if you want to try the roll-on, I have a discount code that will get you 20% off your whole Wild order. It is for a limited time only. I'm going to pop a QR code on screen. You can also use the code Dainty2025 for 20% off, or you can just click the link, scan the QR, it's all there for you. So let me know, what case do you get? Are you getting the cute bee one? Are you getting the Cat Kitson one? You can also get them engraved as well, and there is a plainer case as well. So let's get back on our walk. We have a stable muse up here to visit. I think there's a Gothic church, and we haven't even hit the village yet. I have to be conscious of time because as it's August, I noticed the evenings are getting just a little bit darker. They're not wintry, but I kind of want to be on the road by like maybe 8:30 in the evening, so that it's dark when I'm getting closer to home, because I don't like driving on the country roads when they're dark. Anyway, let's get walking. Okay, my interior lovers, I got some footage of inside the lodge at Castle Leslie. So there was a wedding on at the castle, so I could not access the castle. However, for my walk, I went into Connor's bar and I asked for a lovely fresh scone and a takeaway coffee for my walk around the grounds. Also, you can make an appointment here or a booking, and that way you have access to walk around the grounds. So you don't have to go to the spa like me. I was just feeling a bit extra. You can make an appointment to come here, or there's another restaurant called Snaffle's Restaurant. I got chatting to the staff here and they were saying that a lot of the trinkets you see and the copper pans, all of the little teapots and stuff, a lot of that actually has come from the castle. So it was in the castle and then they brought it down to the lodge for the pieces of decor. If you've been following my renovation planning vlogs, you'll know that butter yellow, although that this shade of yellow is a bit more mustard yellow, but I think these guys are doing the butter yellow way before it was becoming trendy. I was getting loads of inspiration because, as you know, I cannot make a decision on a floor. So because I absolutely adore the style of decor that's here, I was looking around to see like what flooring are they using, what's on the ground, what colour. So I was absolutely in my element here because there was just so much design inspiration, and I got excited as well because the French doors that you see, they're really, well, I'm hoping they're going to be similar to the ones that I've ordered for the renovation, so it was exciting to see them. I also just want to say that the staff were so friendly and genuinely friendly. Also, I pay for everything out of my own pocket, and when I make bookings I use my personal email. I don't book them on like my work email, so I try to be incognito, and the staff were genuinely lovely and just having the chats. I don't know if maybe it was just a bit quieter in the day. Sometimes when you go to places, like, staff are nice, but you know it's because they're being paid to be nice. What I mean by that is like today the people were just genuinely having the chats with me and just being like really friendly. I have a hot scone. I was about to say croissant. Sorry, I had a brain fart there. I'm too relaxed. Now, I have to be careful. We're going to walk up to the castle. I cannot get into the castle today because there is a wedding. Now, I am in a pretty dress. I could make a friend. I could crash a wedding. But obviously, out for respect, I'm not going to film someone's wedding. Unless they wanted me to. No. So, I'm going to walk around here because there's a cute cottage in the town of, I say Glaslough, but I don't think that's how you pronounce it. Is it Glaslough? I say Glaslough. Probably wrong. It's adorable. There's a pink house. I will show it to you. But I am going to walk around the lake to get you. Can you hear the wedding? It's Friday as I'm filming this. I have Friday vibes. I would love to crash this wedding. Anyway, I'm really good fun. Please invite me to your weddings. If you need someone to be first up on the dance floor, I can do that. Like, I can be that person. Anyway, we're going to walk around. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to have my warm, this looks beautiful. It's raspberry and white chocolate. And she also put in butter, jam, and I think cream. But I forgot to steal a knife. So, well, not steal, because we don't steal in these establishments. Oh, can you hear the music? Anyway, we'll be able to see the castle, but I cannot go inside the castle. Sorry, but look at this view. Now, I hope I did see a sign for an electric fence. Like, how many horses is here? It's like Yellowstone. There's more of them. Don't know if my camera can pick up, but there's loads more over here. And there's like stable mews down here as well that we can go into. But like the amount of horses here. Like, it's literally like a Yellowstone ranch. Obviously I'm biased because I'm Irish, but I think it's nicer than the Cotswolds here. And I know that's a bold statement to make, but obviously the Cotswolds was beautiful when I visited back in May and my camera broke. Or did I break my camera? I lost all the footage for anyone who missed that, and I was raging because it was an absolutely stunning day when I visited and the footage was beautiful, and I really hope I don't lose this footage. But I wanted to see, because I was like, first of all, I can't afford to go back to the Cotswolds because I'm saving up for my floor. Not this side of the year anyway. So I was like, there has to be pretty places similar to the Cotswolds in Ireland. So I did a bit of digging, and here, and the village I'm about to show you, I'm waiting for I'm walking along eating my, I keep calling it a croissant, scone. I'm walking eating a scone, waiting for the pizza shop to open at 5. Anyway, the little village I'm about to show you is as pretty. Obviously, Cotswold isn't known for its Cotswold stone, so I don't know what the stone here, where it's from. Probably sourced locally, all the old stuff anyway. So it doesn't have that like yellowy hue that the Cotswolds have. But I think it's equally charming, if not more charming. The great thing about this is it actually ended up being a 2-hour drive for me, but that's because I had to stop to pee, dilly-dallying. I stopped to pee, then I got stuck in traffic in RD. That's a cute little drive-through town as well. It's a bit like, is it Bamford in the Cotswolds where loads of roads meet? But you can bypass it, but I didn't. But anyway, I stopped to pee, and yeah, but if it's supposed to only be like an hour and 30 from Dublin, but it took me 2 because I dilly-dallied. There's loads of horses here. Oh my god, look at the horses. And there's an equestrian centre. But wait till you see these horses. They might be able to come over to me. Okay. This has to be haunted. So that must be like an old entry. Oh wow, look at that. So then, you can continue your walk down there. Oh, please excuse my appearance. I am very old. Relatable. Historic, and I stretch from Dawson's Lodge to the Gothic Lodge to the castle. I am flanked by the Famine Wall. Oh wow. Okay, let's have a little look at that. Here, I'll zoom back out so you can see better. Look at that window. Imagine that window restored. This would make a beautiful little gate lodge, wouldn't it? Oh, getting a bit haunted. Getting a bit haunted. I wouldn't come down here and oh look. Okay, so I'm going to assume that these holes are because there's birds nesting in there, and they've opened the little holes so that they can get in and out. Maybe swallows in there. We have, oh no, we have a haunted shed. Look at that. Oh no, I'm getting the heebie-jeebies. But yet she goes in. That's really cool. But I have the heebie-jeebies. I have the heebie-jeebies. Thank God it's bright. Okay. That's mad. That is beautiful. That would make such a beautiful little accommodation, wouldn't it? Yeah, there's more holes in the wood. I can hear birds chirping, so I wonder, is it a nest? The front looks very fancy, and then the side just looks like a little brick house. That's cool. I'm glad I walked off the beaten track to figure it out. Now I'm going to walk back. I think this brings me back to the castle. Let me see. Is there a blue light
on my screen. Is it the light or is it an orb? Are there ghosts? Make yourself known. Actually, don't. The castle. You can stay in the castle, but because there's always a wedding, there's only certain times of the year you can stay. When I looked on the website, there was some availability for like a random Monday. The end of August there was like 2 days, and September had some dates. So you can't, when you book to stay here, you're staying in the lodge. Now, the lodge, when I looked on the website, the accommodation looked quite nice. But for me, I was like, if I'm spending money, I want to stay in the castle. I believe you can actually go into the castle when there's no wedding on, because the girl was like, oh, you just can't go into the castle today because there's a wedding. So I was like, oh, you must be able to go in when there's like none, if you're here during the week maybe. You have to keep an eye on their website to see if there's availability to stay inside the castle, and it might be like a random date, like it could be maybe a Monday or like Sunday Monday. That's what I noticed, and it's because it's really, really popular here for weddings. To stay in the castle was not that bad. It was like they had heritage rooms for 315. Now I know that's spendy, but hear me out. It's a castle, and when you compare like accommodation, like when I was in London in May, there was crappy hotels that was like that price for the flower show. So I don't know, like you'd spend that, like I'd spend that on a castle. Granted, I'd only be able to afford one night. I can't afford to stay at the minute because I need to watch my purse strings with this renovation. I'm doing a budget luxury day. I'm driving down, having a spa treatment, enjoying the grounds and driving home. I would absolutely love to stay here because there's so much grounds. Like, I actually think it'd take you a couple of hours to walk this. Like, there's woodlands as well over there. Just to make a note, if you're staying, check that it's the lodge, because it'll probably be the lodge. If you want to stay in the castle, check, make sure it says castle on it, and it'll only be select days. When I was stalking their booking page, it came up as a little banner saying castle dates available, here's what they are. So just to avoid disappointment. And if you want to do a budget day like me, you actually don't have to go to the spa. You can come in and just have an appointment, or a booking for Connor's Bar or Snaffle's restaurant, and they'll let you in. So you could come in and just have like coffee and a scone and then walk the grounds. So that's another budget way to get in. So I think I have another 10-minute walk back to the car, and then we'll go to the village. Earlier in the video, I did pronounce the name wrong of this village. I believe it is Glaslough, not Glaslough. I don't know where I was getting Glaslough from, because now when I look at the spelling of it, I'm like, yeah, Glaslough, that makes sense. So I have a couple of random facts here. So it's actually only 3 kilometres south of the border with Northern Ireland, and the phone service was dreadful. So I had a feeling I was getting close to the border. And it's also 10 kilometres from Monaghan town. Now, I didn't go to Monaghan town, I just went straight here, but it's only 10 kilometres away if you are staying in the area. The name Glaslough comes from the Irish words Glaslough, which means calm or green lake, which is a reference to the lake within Castle Leslie estate. So Castle Leslie is a Victorian house in the Scots baronial style, and it was built in 1870 on the site of an earlier castle. And apparently it's still a family home and also operates as a luxury hotel. It also spans 1,000 acres of woodlands and lakes. This adorable village has won the Irish Tidy Towns competition twice, and I well believe that. So Tidy Towns competition is like, I suppose it is what it says on the tin. It's a Tidy Town competition where you can enter in and be judged on how like picturesque your village is and how clean. And there's usually like Tidy Town voluntary groups, and they'll go around and they'll paint and plant things and reach out to businesses and get sponsors and stuff. So Glaslough also has a village heritage trail which visitors can explore with a free app. Now, I didn't do that, but I did walk around the village and it probably took me about 20 minutes. Another random fact,
this little village was the location for Sir Paul McCartney's wedding to Heather Mills in 2002. Now there is an adorable restaurant on the corner which I'm going to swing back to because I'm going to get my dinner here, but I wanted to just walk around, and this was lovely and quiet. Like if you're looking for a staycation that's like not too wild, you just want to escape to the country, this is perfect. In the main square of the village there's like a pub. I saw some food trucks as well. There was a nice atmosphere and I liked that it wasn't like crazy busy. I decided to have my dinner in Ambledown Cottage because I saw pictures of it on Instagram. It was highly recommended and it has the cutest decor ever. And of course I had to go inside, film it and show you. Now listen closely. They have a bring your own beer or bring your own wine policy, and just as I was leaving, a table of 4 ladies came in with their own beer and I was like, yes, I could have befriended them if I was staying over. So this is situated just right beside the entrance of Castle Leslie and it's easy enough to park outside as well. It has different themed rooms in the back. They kind of, not sheds, that's not the word, garden rooms. They have quirky doors on them. There is lots of trinkets. It's very photogenic if you love thrifting and secondhand pieces and antiques. I also noticed price labels on them and I should have asked when I was leaving, but I do think you can buy some of the pieces because they had little tags on them. So there is lots of food on the menu, but it is known for its pizzas and its platters. So I got a spicy Cajun chicken pizza and there was pineapple on it. And I'm not normally a pineapple on my pizza kind of girl, but this was beautiful because you had the kick from the Cajun chicken and then you had the sweetness from the pineapple and it was lovely. If you do go here, let me know if you get it. And again, it was a Friday evening when I came here. I think it was about like 6 o'clock and it wasn't too busy. I'm sure over the weekends, maybe if there's a wedding on in the castle, it may be busier, but I absolutely loved it here. And I think it was only 17 or 16 euro for my pizza, so it wasn't too bad for a place as cute as this.
So me and my pizza, of course I took half of it home. Well, I had a quarter left. It's going to keep me company on the drive back to Dublin. This was a really nice day trip, but I'm raging I didn't stay. Could have crashed that wedding. I'm still contemplating making a friend at the wedding. No, I have a nice, hopefully it'll only take me an hour and a half to get back to Dublin, because I shouldn't have traffic. I shouldn't dilly-dally. I think I will stop for a coffee halfway. You know me and long drives. I always give out about long drives. And people overseas are like, long drive? 2 hours? Because people are like, try 8 hours across the country. And it's like, no, thank you. So this is long for me. Okay, I'm getting into the car. I'm gonna have to come back because it just sounds really nice. It's like really peaceful, like nature sounds. I'm the only noisy thing here. Yeah, off I go. Raging I didn't stay over. Anyway, we'll come back.
If you enjoyed this style of video, then check out the other video from June where I visited Powerscourt Estate. So if you love pretty gardens, and I actually stayed over in that one, so if you want to see the decor of that room. And you can also check out some videos from earlier in summer from the flower show. I do have a video where I share pictures of the Cotswolds, but unfortunately I lost my footage. But head to my channel and just scroll back a couple of videos and you'll find the rest of the videos from summer. If you're new and you enjoyed this video, please do consider subscribing. Subscribing to the channel is free and it really supports the channel. And if you'd like to support the channel further, there is the member only playlist where members get to watch videos first and ad free. And there's also the Q&A videos as well. So sometimes we like to drop an old juicy Q&A over on the member playlist. Thanks so much for watching. Cheeky thumbs up for my regular viewers, and I'll see you in the next one.